By 1975, the only choice for the performance-oriented Pontiac buyer was the Trans Am and to a lesser extent the Firebird formula. The Pontiac Grand Prix, once an upscale performance car, transitioned into a two-door luxury car. The Pontiac GTO, which had started the muscle car phenomenon in 1964, didn't return for the 1975 model year. Trans Am sales, along with Firebird sales, were skyrocketing by the mid-1970s, which proved buyers were still interested in performance cars. In 1977, Pontiac released a special edition two-door performance-oriented car built on GM's A-body platform. This was a bold step for Pontiac, since the 1973 GTO was the last A-body platform GTO. Pontiac, instead of using the GTO name, decided to name the car Can Am after the famous racing circuit. The Can Am was essentially the performance version of the two-door 1977 Le Mans Sport Coupe. The Can Am had a long hood and an attractive fastback roofline. Though it had a conservative-looking front grille, along with traditional chrome front and rear bumpers, it had a very modern and attractive look. Louvered side windows and a rear spoiler helped to give the Can Am a real sporty appearance. The Can Am was also standard with the 1970 to 1976 Trans Am Shaker hood scoop, which solidified the muscle car look of the Can Am. Two decal stripes colored in different shades of orange started at the Can Am's front and then crossed the hood in divergent directions, continuing until the end of the side doors. There were also stripes on the dual sport mirrors, Shaker hood scoop, and rear spoiler. There was also exterior Can Am decals that had the same color scheme as the hood stripes. The Can Am's exterior could only be colored in cameo white from the factory. To complement the exterior were 15 by 7-inch Rally 2 wheels with white accents and chrome trim rings. By 1977, the remaining American performance cars were generally underpowered with flashy decal packages. This wasn't the case with the Can Am. It was a true muscle car. The Can Am had essentially the same 400 cubic inch V8 engine found in some of the most legendary GTOs during the Golden Era. However, it was now detuned to meet stricter emission standards. It was the 200 horsepower W72 400 V8, which was the 1977 to 1979 Trans Am and Firebird formulas' top performance engine. The W72 400 was the best performance American V8 back in the late 1970s. The 200 net horsepower figure that Pontiac gave it was well under its true output. The National Hot Rod Association rated the stock 1977 to 1979 W72 400 at 260 net horsepower. Mid to high 15-second quarter-mile times are the norm for the heavy Can Am, which back in 1977 was quite impressive. Due to the W72 400 not meeting the California Air Resources Board's emission standards, in California the Can Am was sold with Oldsmobile's 185 horsepower small block L80 403 cubic inch V8. Pontiac also substituted the L80 403 for the W72 in high-altitude areas. Though not as powerful as a W72 400, the L80 403 generated the same max 320 pound-feet of torque that the W72 produced. The Can Am's Shaker hood had 6.6-liter decals when equipped with the L80 403 and TA 6.6 decals when equipped with the W72 400. The only transmission available in the Can Am for both the W72 and L80 was a 3-speed automatic. Handling was very impressive for such a large and heavy car due to the Rally RTS handling package. Braking was good and consisted of a power braking system that had front disc and rear drum brakes. The Can Am's sporty dash layout gave the interior an upscale look. The seats were comfortable, especially the optional bucket seats. Must-have options were a dash tachometer, the center console, and the sport steering wheel. The Can-Am option was RPO code WW3, which added $1,214 to the price of the Le Mans Sport Coupe, which made the base price of the Can-Am $5,495. This was a bargain compared to other performance cars of this era. The media expert behind the original 1964 Pontiac GTO ad campaign, Jim Wangers, and his company Motortown Corporation, were responsible for the production and installation of the rear spoiler, the application of decals, and modification of the hood for the shaker hood scoop. The mold used to produce the Can-Am's rear spoiler was damaged beyond repair during Can-Am production, which permanently ended production. Only 1,133 Can-Ams were produced out of the over 5,000 customer orders submitted. When Pontiac canceled the Can-Am, an unknown number of cameo white Le Mans sports coupes were waiting to be sent to Motortown for Can-Am conversion. They were sent to Pontiac dealers without decals, without rear spoilers, and without shaker hood scoops, sold as Le Mans sport coupes. If the Can-Am had had a successful run of 5,000 units in 1977, as was expected, there was a good chance there would have been a return of a W72 powered Can-Am for 1978, which would have been based on the new 600-pound lighter 1978 Le Mans platform. This Can-Am would have had high 14-second quarter-mile times, making it the fastest accelerating American car at the time. The 1977 Can-Am proved that Pontiac, even in the late 1970s, could still produce a 4-barrel carburetor-equipped, performance-oriented large displacement V8 muscle car, just like the original GTO and other legendary muscle cars from the 1960s and early 1970s. Even if the spoiler mold hadn't broken, the large displacement V8 powered Can-Am would have never survived past the 1979 model year. It was too much of a gas guzzler to survive the new U.S. mandated corporate average fuel economy standards. Pontiac with the Can-Am made a courageous effort to keep the golden era of the muscle car alive when most other automakers had given up. Since the large displacement V8 powered 1977 and 1979 Trans Am and Firebird formula are technically classified as pony cars, the Can-Am was indeed the last GTO and the last golden era muscle car. Thank you so much for your support of this channel. Please subscribe since your support is the reason this channel is a success. And please make sure to click on the bell icon so that you never miss a new video release.